Governor Roy Cooper is continuing to push for Medicaid expansion. State Representative Donnie Lambeth said he and three co-sponsors plan to reintroduce Carolina Cares, proposed legislation to open Medicaid rolls to more people. Senator Ralph Heiss, however, said to forget about it, it's not going to happen. Cooper was in Marion on Thursday, January 24th, for a roundtable discussion about the opioid epidemic and the role Medicaid expansion could play in attacking the crisis. Although that's in McDowell County in Heiss's senatorial district, and he's co-chairman of the Joint Legislative Oversight Committee on Medicaid and NC Health Choice, the senator said he was not notified of or invited to the event. Meanwhile, Lambeth, a former hospital administrator, said he and Representatives Greg Murphy and Josh Dobson plan to file their Carolina Cares legislation again during this legislative session. Lambeth said that participants would be required to participate in healthy lifestyle options with a focus on wellness. Participants would pay part of the coverage costs, and providers would cover the state's share. This would insulate taxpayers from picking up any costs from people enrolled under the expansion. More than 30 first responders met at UNC Pembroke's Regional Center and received training on how to safely respond in the event of a train incident. The Railcar Incident Response Course provided first responders with ways to recognize different types of rail cars, potential leaks, and courses of action to take. The course already teaches hazard recognition and emergency response tactics for incidents involving hazardous materials. The course was funded by FEMA and was taught by the University of Findlay, Ohio. It was co-sponsored by the UNC Environmental Health and Safety Office and Police and Public Safety. North Carolina Supreme Court Chief Justice Mark Martin announced his resignation from the court effective February 28th. Martin has served on the court for 20 years. It was Governor Pat McCrory who appointed him Chief Justice in 2014. Martin will soon become the next Dean of Regent University's Law School in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Martin had been both the youngest justice in North Carolina Supreme Court history and the youngest judge elected to the NC Court of Appeals. He served on that court from 1994 to 1999 after 2 years as a Superior Court judge in Pitt County. Martin had served as legal counsel to former Republican NC Governor Jim Martin before taking the bench. The Richmond County Chamber of Commerce will be hosting their monthly First Friday lunch at KFC. Anyone and everyone is welcome to come out, sit down, and have a meal with members from the Chamber. First Friday lunch starts at 11:45 a.m., and attendees will have to pay for their own meals. All right, when we return, Kelsey Rushing has your Live at 5 weather report. When will the cold front from the west come in? Find out right after the break.
This is the Sandhills official classic rock station and home of the hit morning show, Good Morning Sandhills. This is the Classic Rock.
I'm Joey Bennett, Director of Cole Auditorium, and this is Emily Tucker from the Richmond County Chamber of Commerce, and we're here in the Cole Auditorium. We've got a whole new series of shows we're announcing for 2019, and we're very excited about who we're bringing to Richmond County.
So, Joey, what do I have to look forward to?
We have 3 fabulous shows that we're so excited about that are going to be right here at Cole Auditorium. Scotty McCreery, Craig Morgan, and Hotel California.
And where do I go to find these tickets?
You call us here at the box office, 910-410-1691, or come by and see us.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can...
At Kyocera, we see your company differently. We see your documents, how they're accessed, what it takes to keep them secure, and how well your workflow is flowing.
Kyocera helps your entire document infrastructure run more efficiently, securely, and cost-effectively.
And what we see is an opportunity to integrate all of it.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is all about rustic home decor and gifts. You will always find a variety of unique antiques, vintage, and new items in our shop. Come and see our selection of housewarming, new baby, and wedding gifts. For the man in your life, we have many collectibles, Boker knives, and leather. And ladies love the jewelry, purses, candles, hats, and t-shirts. We also offer a 30-day layaway program. Come and experience shopping at Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts.
Today's Live 5 weather report is brought to you by RCC, Richmond Community College. And as you can see from our office cam, it's pretty much been a sunny day all day today, as you can tell from the little sun glare in our little image for the office camera. But of course, going into for tomorrow is expecting quite a bit of rain, including a cold front and a little bit of snow, but that's actually closer towards like the western area, like towards the mountains. So the Southern Pines area is mostly getting rain. And of course, there will be black ice potentially. So if you're on the roads at all tomorrow, which I'm assuming you are since it's a Tuesday, you got work, got to take your kids to school, pick them up. So be very careful on the roads. And of course, starting with the temperatures for Fayetteville is a high of 57 and a low 28. Lumberton has a high 59, low 29. And of course, areas like Rayford has a high 56, low 26. Laurinburg, high 58, low 27. And Bennettsville, high 59, low of 28. And of course, going closer towards us, where we're at, so Southern Pines has a high of 54 and a low of 24. LRB, high 54, low 25. And of course, Rockingham is high 56, low 26, and Wadesboro high 55, low 25. So it's going to be pretty much in the 50s throughout the day, and the lows are going to be in the 20s. And of course, going into the 5-day weather forecast, like I just said, 80% chance of rain, and there is potential black ice, as I said before. So be very careful on the roads. And it has a high 56 and a low of 26. And the evenings, pretty much for the next 5 days anyway, it's going to be pretty cold. And of course, Wednesday, even though it's sunny, it's going to be quite chilly during the day as well, with a high of 39 and a low of 26. So be careful on Wednesday as well. Even though it might not be raining, it'll still be a little wet. So the rain from the day before might be a little cold and frozen. Of course, Thursday, sunny, high 42, low of 30. Friday will be cloudy with a high 46 and a low of 29. And of course, Saturday, also cloudy, high 45, low of 28. So it's going to be quite chilly next 5 days, but it won't be nearly as chilly as it has been last week and the week before. And of course, that's going to do it for your Live 5 weather report. When we return, we got your RO Sports Update, and it's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
At Richmond Community College, we can prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. We are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 7 curricular programs entirely online, including our university transfer degree. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College, local college, big impact. Raider head basketball coach Donald Pettigrew knew it was only a matter of time before sophomore forward Nige Stroman put on a career performance. And that outing came during Richmond Senior High School's 78-46 thrashing of the visiting Purnell Sweat High School Rams Friday night. Stroman put up a career-high 27 points as the Raiders routed the Rams to avenge an earlier season loss on the road. Friday's victory marked the 4th straight SAC win for the Raiders after starting 0-4. Richmond is now 9-9 on the season and 4-4 in SAC play. They'll look to keep its winning ways going as the Raiders will welcome in Pinecrest High School on Tuesday. That game is slated for a 7:30 p.m. start. At the onset of the season, one of Austin Gallup's personal goals was to win the SAC Wrestling Championship in his weight class. And that is exactly what the 152-pound junior did on Saturday in the SAC Championship meet at Purnell Sweat High School. He was the lone Richmond wrestler to bring home a weight class title, but 7 of his teammates also impressed on the mat. Joining Gallups with podium spots were freshman Andres Sanchez and junior Joseph Nicholson, both of whom took second overall in their respective weight class. Sophomore Caden Walker rounded out the top three finishers when he took third. As a team, the Raiders took fourth overall. Gallups, Nicholson, and Sanchez were also named to the 2018 All-SAC Wrestling Team. Getting hot at the right time is something Richmond Senior High School's head bowling coach Ralph Butler hopes to see his teams do. And both of Richmond's teams showed some late-season spark in their most recent match. In action for the first time in 2 weeks on Thursday, the Raider and Lady Raider bowling teams traveled to Fayetteville to close out their regular season. Competing against SAC opponents Hoke County and 71st High Schools, the boys' team went 2-0, while the girls' team bowled to a 1-1 finish. The Raider team began the day with a 4-1 win over the Falcons and defeated the Bucks by the same score. Beating Hoke County was big for the Raiders because it was a bounce back from an earlier season loss. The Lady Raiders weren't as successful against the Lady Falcons, falling 5-0, but against Hoke County they rebounded with a 5-0 win to even the day. With the regular season in the books, the individual championships will begin this week. Up first will be the girls' tournament on Thursday, January 31st, followed by the boys' tournament on Thursday, February 7th. Richmond's season will come to a close on Valentine's Day when both teams compete in the SAC Championship Tournament. So, welcome back to the desk, first of all. And I just got through talking about RO Sports here and the bowling teams here, which, by the way, I think is very cool that they've started new sports like that, like swimming. I got to ask you, though, are you much of a bowler?
I haven't been bowling a long time, but I kind of suck. I love it, but I suck at it.
Let me ask you this. What's the highest you've ever bowled?
Almost 3 digits.
Okay.
Almost 3-digit score. Not quite.
Next question, perhaps the better one. What's the lowest you've ever shot?
I've always had double digits. I never got any single digits, so that's good at least. That's good at least.
I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah, there's 10 frames. If you don't hit double digits, then you need to start putting the bumpers in the rails there.
The lowest I've got was probably... See, I know Russell will know for sure because every time I go bowling, I go with him. Well, and he likes to rub it in my face when I lose, so I think...
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, myself and Russell and Kenny and Charlie and Will are all making up a team for the Richmond Observer that's going to Strikers tonight. We're doing a thing called Super Bowl for the Arts, which is kind of a charity event, fundraisers type thing for Arts Richmond here in Richmond County. Of course, Super Bowl coming up this Sunday, so this is something they do every year is for a good cause. And, last time we got a team together, we bowled pretty well. Be interested to see how we do. I haven't seen Will bowl. I'm not sure if he's any good or not, but as far as myself, the highest I've ever bowled is a 220. And I have never gotten close to that again and probably never will. We'll have to wait and see. But I actually took a class on bowling, believe this or not, at Sandhills Community College probably 10 years ago. And it was up at the bowling alley in Pinehurst. And they teach you how to take score without the computer, teach you there's actually little lines that you can line up with to figure out how the ball is going to move, that sort of thing. And that's where I learned to stop bowling straight, and I started bowling with a curve.
Right.
And ever since I started doing that, my bowling game got a lot better. Now, the older I get, the more sore I am the next day.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm definitely going to take that advice next time I go bowling with the curve because I always go straight and somehow end up in the gutter.
Well, I do want to say this. I was doing a little bit of research right before we came on, and apparently they're giving an award away tonight for highest score for a team and also for lowest score of a team.
So you can get one of the two.
So depending on how the first couple frames go for us, we may say, all right, let's go for the highest score, or we may say, let's tank and go for broke here. So go for last. So, but again, we're going to be heading out there here this evening, here in just a couple of minutes here to head to Strikers and help raise some money for Arts Richmond. So In the meantime, that's going to do it for another edition of Live at 5. Of course, be sure to keep up with all the latest from the RO by going to richmondobserver.com or by downloading the free RO app for your Android and Apple devices. Of course, be sure to tune in to Good Morning Sandhills Monday through Friday and catch the RO Sports Show each Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Matt Harrelson, Kelsey Rushing. Good night, Richmond County.